C-suite Sherpas, where we shine the spotlight on business
All right,
experts
now
and
let's shake things
resources
up a
that
bit.
you should
Let's
know. So
do
today's
some
guest
quick
is
round
Derek
questions
Sanz.
to
Hey,
get
Derek,
so the
welcome.
viewers get to know you a little
Thank
bit.
you, Ron. I'm
First.
glad to be here. Excited for tonight's
you ready to
conversation.
go?
I'm ready.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
So
All
Derek is the
Coffee
founder
or
of
tea?
Velocity Strategic
by far.
Acceleration. So he
Cats
offers,
or
his
dogs?
firm offers
Absolutely
fractional
dogs.
CRO, advisor,
If you could grab
consulting, and
one
anything
item
really
during
to
a
do
zombie
with revenue.
apocalypse, what
We'll
would
talk
it be?
about that here in a little bit.
I would
more
find
detail.
that one
So Derek,
magic
let's
thing
jump
that kills
right
all
in
the
if you're
zombies at
ready.
one time. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's
Take
do
it
it.
easy.
All right.
Nice.
Can you
All right.
give us a
Favorite
snapshot
quote or
of
phrase
kind
that
of
you
what
think
your
about
business
us
is and the major
I
outcomes
think
you
it's
get
that
for your clients?
that old Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, so we're
talks
a
about,
fractional
everybody gets knocked
revenue
down
generating
once,
company,
twice,
right? So
it's
essentially, any
it's not
business
okay to
usually
stay down,
between
right? So it's kind of
early stage startup
if
to
you have
about
tough
50
times,
million or so
just
that
get back up,
struggle
keep fighting.
with generating revenue.
So
They
it's
are
not how
stuck,
many
they're not
times you
hitting
get
their
knocked
goals,
down, but
the
how many
pipeline's not
times
big
you get
enough.
back up.
We can come in and really
That's
deep
it, right? That's
dive
the
on what
quote.
systems and
That's
processes
the
are
one.
working
I
and
love
not
that
working,
one, by the way.
and then advise and also execute on the strategies
Favorite
to
movie
make sure
or
they get through
streaming
those ruts.
series?
Our goal at the end of the day is to make.
I don't watch a lot of
make
TV,
our,
but I have been
clients
watching
successful
Top Gun Maverick
and
a lot.
to
For some reason.
attain the
My
revenue
favorite
targets
movie,
that they're trying to attain.
You know, we also do stuff with
Especially
some
the
early
last several
stage
years. I
companies.
watched it a
And we
couple
can
times
set the
with my father.
go-to-market
I don't know why, it's so
strategies,
good.
the product launch strategies,
Yeah, it's an
building
awesome
out,
movie. In
scaling the
fact,
sales team,
Top
doing
Gun
some
original
initial
is my
sales
favorite.
training.
So how
and
many
stuff like
times
that.
have
So
you watched it? Okay.
I'll probably say I've
So
watched it 25 times
is there
now.
a certain
last
clientele
couple
that your
years.
services work
awesome.
best for
So
that
you're
you
at the
focus
point
on? Where you almost got the whole
So
thing
now one of the nice
memorized.
things about sales is
I can almost get it done, yeah, start to
translatable
finish.
through a lot of different industries, right? And so
All right, favorite
processes and
book.
systems of sales are the same.
That's
You
a
just gotta
tough
put
one,
that
Ron. I
framework
read a lot of
onto
books,
a different
right?
industry.
So
Our
I would
firm,
say,
we
like, with
gravitate
Jonathan
towards more the health tech
specific, I can have a better answer for you, but
cut our teeth.
I have
20 years
just got
experience
done reading
that
this very
myself.
interesting book called
And
Dark
so we have a lot of deep
Essentially,
industry
true story
knowledge in that
by
sector.
the largest
But
FBI
again, we've
sting
worked in
history,
tech
and
and
just started
SaaS
here in
and
San
other things as well,
Diego.
too. So there really
Essentially, what they
isn't
did, they were
a specific
specific
industries. We're going to be agnostic when it comes to sales.
You know, there's criminals
And so that gives us a wide variety of firms and clients to work with. They'll message each other on to do these
Okay.
crimes. And the
Do you have
FBI
any
was
examples
able
of how
to
you
spin up a
help the
tech company
customer or
that was a
client? You
secure
don't have to
platform,
name
and they
who
got
they
it
are,
into all
but
the
how you
criminals'
help
hands,
the
and the criminals
client
had no
kind of
idea
increase the
that all their
revenue.
messages were actually being
Yeah,
read
so
by
previous
the
engagement I
FBI.
had
So
was with
they're able
a
to
health tech
get all this
company
evidence and all this
that
stuff
had a
against
remote
them,
patient
and then did a
monitoring
big roundup. It
device
took a couple
and
years,
SaaS
but they
platform.
arrested like
And I was
2,000
brought in to
people
do
and
a
really
deep dive
shut down a lot
on
of
their
organized
systems
crime.
and
It was
operations,
really fascinating
process
book around the
around
revenue generating teams.
That's
They
incredible.
weren't hitting
What's
their
it
goals
called?
they needed to hit.
It's called
I
Dark
looked in, I
Wire.
came in there on a
Dark
fractional
Wire.
basis
I'll have
and
to
found
read
out
that
what
one,
was working,
actually.
what wasn't
Yeah, it's
working.
good.
All right.
And a couple
So
of the changes
last
we made,
question.
albeit they
One
weren't
bucket
that
item.
significant, made really
One
big
bucket
changes
list
in
item
regards to the revenue
that you
generation of
have
the pipeline.
accomplished, and
For
one
example,
bucket
one of
list
those,
item that
they
you
had a
have
capital
not, but is at the
business
top of
model,
your
right?
list.
Selling as a capital.
Yeah,
So I think
really,
all
it
my
was
bucket
more of a
list
SaaS
items
model.
have we
Do
changed
travel,
the pricing
I travel a
structure
lot,
from a
mainly
one-time
for
capital fee
fee
to more of a yearly.
I've been in 39 countries,
annual
and so that
subscription,
checked off
which
a lot
then
of
obviously
bucket
increased
list
their ARR
for me.
which had
the rest of the
great
bucket list
results
has
not
to do
only
with,
in the
traveling,
ease
so
of
I'm
use
in
and
for
increase the
customer
average ratio
acquire the
of
technology,
top two, but then also the
try
valuation
next
of the
year.
company. Another thing that we
By the
looked
way,
at
Croatia
was
is
where they're
beautiful.
using the
If
marketing
you get a
budget and
chance, you
spend.
cruise
They had
from
a
the
lot
north to
of
the
dollars
south.
that were earmarked.
So
definitely
it's
keep that in
awesome.
mind.
During trade shows.
End up in
Which are great,
Dubrovnik.
but if you don't have a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of money, you
beautiful.
get
So
lost in a
nice.
sea of booths and exhibitors.
Okay,
And
so
so what I did was I
the
found
most
some
important
really
question,
more
if our
curated
viewers would like
one-on-one
to
type of
contact
events
you or
where
collaborate with you,
these
what's the best way to
facilities would
get a hold of
match
you?
companies.
Yeah, the easiest way is on
and
LinkedIn.
their offerings
Just
to
connect
C-suite
with me, message
executives
me.
and
You can
hospitals,
also shoot me an
hospitals
email.
on occasion, that were looking for solutions and had budget and had these problems. And my website by going to those events instead of the big trade shows,
Either way,
I actually increased the sales pipeline by 500% inside of 90 days.
Phone number as well
which
too. And text is
resulted
great.
in
But
longer-term
LinkedIn
revenue
is pretty
generation.
easy.
These are long sales cycles.
Great.
But just
Awesome.
by the
Well,
increase
thanks
in
for your
pipeline,
time.
really got
Thanks
the
for your
sales team
insights. I
excited
thought it was
and
interesting. It
reinvigorated
was
to go out there
a
and
pleasure
close more
talking to you.
deals and put the process.
Hey, thanks, Ron. I really appreciate it.
Really
Really fun.
accelerated
Thank you
the
for having me.
annual revenue that they were experiencing.
Wow, that's incredible. So one of the questions that hit me while you're saying that is why wasn't the company able to figure
this out? How were you able to come in and figure this out?
Yeah, and I think that's just because the leadership at the time was more focused on the engineering part and some other things. They didn't have a designated VP of sales and marketing to take this over. They had one previously, but at this time, and at this moment in time, they didn't have anybody to really look into that. And so they're just doing things that they did in the past and just relying on that. Where times have changed, things move very fast in the industry. And so having a fresh pair of eyeballs come in there and make some suggestions and execute on that, they were able to really see those results.
Oh, that's great. So what would you say sets your business and your approach apart from everybody else that kind of is in this space?
Do things a little differently, right? We definitely start with maximum value first. And we like to go in and assess what's really working, what's not working. We're not going to go and tell anybody what to do. We want to work with the team, we want to engage with the team, and we want to really empower them to be able to make these decisions and execute on these strategies. I think by doing that, it really allows the leadership team to understand maybe where they went awry or why things aren't working, and really opens and clarifies, hey, here's some little things we can do that are really going to make big changes. And that's really the key to it, is finding the devil's in the details, is really finding those little things that need to be just pivoted a little bit, and then just be really focused and clear on that communication, and everybody's driving to the same point, and then really see the magic happen when that happens.
Yeah. So just talking about the, let's say, med tech or health tech industry, which you specialize in, what's the biggest challenge in that industry that they're facing today, and how are you helping your clients tackle that challenge?
Yeah, so it's a very competitive industry, right? And so I think one of the biggest challenges is really getting the company's message and communication to the right customer and aligning the marketing message with the company as well, too. So we can do it. What we do is we go in and really make sure that messaging is consistent and is really telling the story that the company's trying to say to the customer, right? And what problem is that really solving? And then also making sure that they're going after the right customers too, right? In healthcare, there's typically a lot of decision makers. You always have to start with one or two champions. But then how do you go about doing that? What's the right strategy to empower a sales team to do that? Is it going direct? Is it going through distributors, different channel partners? All these different avenues that you can do to really be successful. And especially with the smaller and early stage companies, they don't have the capital or the runway to go out there and hire a 30 or 40 direct sales force. So you really got to find ways to really maximize every dollar they have. And that's what we really do. That's where we would come in and really help with that.
Awesome. So how do you see your field, this industry and your field specifically, evolving over the next, say, 5 to 10 years? And how are you staying ahead of it? And usually that's something that viewers are interested in, is how is AI affecting your industry and your field?
Yeah, so I think just like with every industry, AI is having a significant impact, right? On a good way. So with AI, you
Yeah.
can do a lot more things now, and especially in health tech, it's providing a lot better outcomes and for patients, and also a lot better, say, diagnostics or information for physicians to make better decisions and quicker decisions on different things. And so you're going to see a lot of AI, I think, throughout the industry and all industries really taking a foothold. And what's doing is empowering people to make better decisions and have better outcomes. You'll see a lot of robotics and a lot of digital transformation, right, throughout the entire industry. So when you're combining all these things together, the future is really now, right, in what we're seeing. 5 years ago, it started to trickle in a little bit. 10 years ago, a lot of the stuff really didn't exist as far as like AI and all these other things. But when you're combining it all now, you're going to see some really cool things come out in the future, where treatments or whatever may have taken weeks or months to get to can now be done in a matter of hours. And so that's pretty exciting.
Now let's shake things up a bit. Let's do some quick round questions so the viewers get to know you a little bit personally. So,
all right, sounds
you
good.
ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee by far.
Cats or dogs?
Absolutely dogs.
If you could grab one item during a zombie apocalypse, what would it be?
I would find that one magic thing that kills all the zombies at one time. Quick and easy.
Nice. All right. Favorite quote or phrase that you think about often?
I think it's that old Muhammad Ali quote. It talks about it's okay. Everybody gets knocked down once or twice, and it's okay to go down. It's not okay to stay down, right? So it's inspirational. You have tough times, just get back up, keep fighting.
Yep. So it's not how many times you get knocked down, but how many times you get back up.
That's it, right? That's the quote.
That's it. That's the one. I love that one, by the way. Favorite movie or streaming series?
I don't watch a lot of TV, but I have been watching Top Gun Maverick a lot for some reason. I think it's my favorite movie, especially in the last several years. I watched it a couple times a month, probably. I don't know why. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie. In fact, Top Gun original is my favorite. So how many times have you watched it?
I would probably say I've watched it 25 times now. in the last couple of years.
It's awesome. So you're at the point where you almost got the whole thing memorized, huh?
I can almost get it done, yeah, start to finish.
All right, favorite book.
That's a tough one, Ron. I read a lot of books, right? I would say, like, if John was specific, I can have a better answer for you. But I just got done reading this very interesting book called Dark Wire, and essentially, it's a true story about the largest FBI sting in history, and it actually started here in San Diego. And essentially, what they did, they were trying to track like organized crime throughout the world, and all these criminals have these secure texting platforms that they would message each other on to do these crimes, and the FBI was able to spin up a tech company that was a secure platform, and they got it into all the criminals' hands, and the criminals had no idea that all their messages were actually being read by the FBI. And so they were able to get all this evidence and all this stuff against them, and then did a big roundup. It took a couple of years, but they arrested like a few thousand people and really shut down a lot of organized crime throughout the world. It was a really fascinating book. I highly recommend it.
That's incredible. What's it called?
It's called Dark Wire.
Dark Wire. I'll have to read that one actually.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Last question. One
Yeah.
bucket item, one bucket list item that you
Mhm.
have accomplished, and one bucket list item that you have not, but is at the top of your list.
Yeah, so I think all my bucket list items have to do with travel. So I travel a lot, mainly for pleasure, for work too. But I've been in 39 countries, and so that checked off a lot of bucket list items for me. And I think the rest of the bucket list has to do with traveling. So I haven't been to Greece yet or
Yeah.
Croatia. Those are top two that I'm trying to go to by next year.
Yeah. By the way, Croatia is beautiful. If you get a chance, you cruise from the north to the south.
I'll
So
definitely
it's
keep that in
awesome.
mind.
End up in Dubrovnik, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, so the most important question, if our viewers would like to contact you or collaborate with you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, the easiest way is on LinkedIn. Just connect with me, message me. You can also shoot me an email at ds@govelocitysa.com. And my website is govelocitysa.com. Either way, I'm pretty responsive. And then I can send you my phone number as well too. And texting is great. But LinkedIn is pretty easy.
Great. Awesome. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your insights. I thought it was interesting, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
Hey, thanks, Ron. I really appreciate it. It was really fun. Thank you for having me.